All right, we're going to stay in the triad for the next couple guests. We've got Jay Spivey of the Clemons Courier and Dennis Garcia of SportsTone.net that we're going to get to next. Jay was covering West Forsyth and Davie County, a big win tonight for West Forsyth, and it might put Davie County out of the playoffs. Jay, tell us how West Forsyth got the win.
Nick, good to see you. Glad to be back on. This rivalry is kind of what they call the Yadkin River rivalry. And basically, the only thing that separates them is the Yadkin River. So the game is always close, no matter who's playing, no matter who the coaches are. And Davie's struggled, like you mentioned before, but the first quarter was wild. It was 15-10 after the first quarter, and West got their feet underneath them in this beginning of the second quarter, and just they rolled after that. And matter of fact, I just finished the total stats. They ended up with 573 yards. So, I mean, they kind of rolled on them after the first quarter to win 48-10.
No, West Forsyth, they lost back-to-back games to Weddington and Mount Tabor several weeks ago, but since then they've won 4 straight. Have they kind of found their footing now after those losses? I mean, obviously Weddington we have them ranked number 1 in the state right now, reigning state champions, and Mount Tabor is very good this year as well. But has West kind of found itself?
I believe they have. They had a transfer quarterback, Riley Horton, come in, and he's kind of finding his groove a little bit, and he's just kind of the offense he's playing is totally different than when he played when he was at Parkland. So I think he's kind of finding his groove and get used to Coach Wallace at West Forsyth, and like there's certainly nothing wrong with losing to Weddington and Mount Tabor. They're 2 of the best teams in the state by far, so there's certainly nothing wrong with that.
No, and that Mount Tabor game was a 10-point game.
Oh yeah.
West Forsyth, we mentioned offense, but defensively, they had 2 shutouts, back-to-back shutouts. They gave up 10 points tonight. What's clicking right now defensively for West Forsyth?
Coach Wallace I was talking to him after the game tonight, and he said their defensive line is just dominating right now. It's just their offensive line, the opposing offensive line is just, they can't handle that size and speed that they have. And whether they rush from the outside or they come up through the middle or they're in any of the gaps, nobody can handle that right now. Next week they play host against Reynolds in their home finale, but we'll see how they are getting in 2 weeks at East Forsyth. I mean, that's going to be a match of 2 really good teams here in 2 weeks.
Tell us what kind of coverage you got coming up in the Clemons Courier.
This past week, matter of fact, yesterday, I had a feature on a girls volleyball player and slash softball player named Taylor Alderman. And the West Forsyth volleyball teams had a really good season this year. And last night they played for the de facto conference championship in the conference tournament. So they had split the season with powerhouse Reagan, and Reagan beat them 3-1 last night. But as you all know, the pairings come out on Sunday, so we'll see who plays where on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I look forward to sitting by the computer all afternoon waiting.
You will, as will I.
It should be fun. All right, Jay, we appreciate the time, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Nick. Have a good weekend.
You too. All right, now I mentioned that win by West Forsyth over Davie County could put Davie County out of the playoffs, and the reason I said that is our latest playoff projections out of the 4A West have Davie as the 3rd team out of the playoffs. So now another loss is going to hurt the RPI at least a little bit, you would have to think. So Joel Bryant will be updating those projections this week on HighSchoolOT. If you're a HighSchoolOT insider, you can check those out and find out where Davie County or any other team ends up in the playoffs through week number 9.